Good evening. Welcome to People's Sense. It's been a long time since I've made a video for lots of reasons, but here we are tonight. We're going to do two unboxings. I've got Matt with me. We're going to talk about what we've been wearing this week, and we're going to talk about some summer scents. So without further ado, I'm going to do the first unboxing, which happens to be this little gem, which is Le Lion de Chanel Eau de Parfum. I hate unboxing and I hate watching other people unbox it. It's boring, etc. But I've just managed to demolish the whole structure, and here it is, the bottle. It's on a cardboard plinth with a sort of a hole for it and something to cover it up. Quite substantial packaging, but I'm not that interested in it. Here's the bottle. It's 200 mils in this, and I'm going to give it a spray now. See what we think. That is absolutely amazing. I have cheated because I have actually had a couple of decants on from eBay over a period of time, and this is my absolute favourite. So this is a real treat, getting hold of my favourite fragrance. You can right away smell that vanilla oriental smell. There's a real similarity with Guerlain Shalimar, which and people have suggested that it is in fact Chanel's version of Guerlain's Shalimar. It's rich, it's fantastic, it's deep, amazing. I'm going to bring my colleague Matt in whilst I go searching on Fragrantica to get the rest of the notes. Hi, Matt. How you doing?
John. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Yeah. Lovely summer evening. Nice view out of the window.
Well, it's not down here. It's raining, but I think it just stopped, and I'm in the conservatory. So I think it stopped at the right time, really.
You should move up north.
Where it's more sunny.
Yeah, right.
Rains even more up there.
Yeah, I think you get the better share of the weather normally.
Well, it's the English Riviera where I am.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm in the southeast, so yeah. So what's the notes for Le Lion then?
Right, here we are. Bergamot. Or no, I don't even know I did that. Bergamot, lemon, labdanum, amber, patchouli, Madagascar vanilla, sandalwood, and musk. And it does smell amazing. If I had to ditch my massive collection of about 400 scents and just choose one, this would be it.
Excellent.
100%.
So you're very happy with that one?
Very happy indeed. It is really amazing. What have you been wearing this week, Matt?
Oh, I think as we've both talked about, I like to go around picking all the bargains up, and House of Fraser recently has been clearing out their stocks of Mercedes-Benz cologne. I didn't get this one in House of Fraser. This is a little 40ml that I picked up in TK Maxx about a year ago. But House of Fraser have been clearing out the 120ml bottles for 21, I think it is, and the 75ml bottles, as you know, for
here's the one you very kindly purchased and sent up to me
for 15. So I've probably done that. Was probably full before the sun come out this year. Yeah. And I've pretty much done 40 mils of it. It's one of the few sort of scents that you smell, and it makes my mouth water. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so nice. It's just orange and ginger.
Just don't start drinking it, Matt.
No, I'm not going to get that
It'll be the
desperate.
beginning of terrible problems for you.
I'll go blind. So that's what I've been wearing loads of. But today, I was wearing Eau de Rochas. There's a 50ml bottle that I've had for about a year. I blasted through that. That's just sort of lemon verbena, lime. I'll be honest, the only thing I can spell in it is lemon verbena, and it dries down to some sort of like clean woody sort of base. But it's always really nice on a sunny day. Always smells fresh. It makes you feel clean and fresh. Yeah, I like that one. It's a great cheapie. I mean, I think you can pick that up on the Tino at the moment for, I think it's 25 quid for 100ml if you shop around. But that's one of my sort of go-to. I'm not sure what to wear. I just blast myself with that and then go to work, which is really good. But I heard you say in the line it's got Labdaman. Is that how you pronounce it? I think I've only actually got one thing with Labdaman in it, and that is the Alves Gomez Barbera, which I love, and I've got nothing to compare it against. But I know for a fact, John, because you bought a bottle after we spoke about this, and you said it's similar to an Acqua di Parma.
Yeah, Acqua di Parma Colonia Intensa,
which I've never smelt.
And to be honest, there are times when I've smelt these two side by side, and this one, to be honest, for the price, this one's well under 20 quid. And you can also, if you buy from the website, and I forget which one it is. I think
it was is it Perfumers Club, which is I think they've got a UK or an English sort of website, but they're based in Mallorca, I believe. And obviously that's where the Alvarez Gomez comes from. Let's have a look. I'll quickly have a look on Perfumers Club, perfumesclub.co.uk. And on there it's actually £15 and 3p at the moment. And I believe that you picked up you can get the deodorant for £3.48. And I believe they got a few others. Yeah, they got some other, but I don't think they got the shower. Oh no, they haven't got the shower gel on there at the moment. So,
all right, I've got two of them. I'd probably clear them out.
I'm lying.
Nice big tubes as well. They're not like when you buy something normally in a gift set, you get about 100 mils, maybe 200. These are like substantial.
Well, they do actually have there, and it's £2.94, but it's really nice. And I know there's another one that we both really like, which is the Alvarez Gomez Acqua di Colonia Concentrada. I know everyone talks about that, but that's lovely. But they're doing they're doing an excellent deal on that. If you don't mind having the splash, so you'd have to put it in your own bottle. They're doing, I think it's the 300ml bottle, which is the one I blasted through when I first got it, with the moisturizer for £12.61. I think all their stuff comes with a standard, I think it's £4.50, £5 delivery charge, and it takes about a week to come through. But it's the cheapest place to buy. Well, it's the cheapest place I've found to buy Alvarez Gomez stuff, and they've got loads of other things on there at the moment. I mean, I live in a house full of girls, so I'm always looking out for some smellies for my daughters. They've got the normal Eau Fresh, the Ode Orange one, and then they've got loads of other sort of EDP sort of women's stuff, Flores Musk, Jasmine, Verbena, Amber Femme, Zafiro Femme, Opalo Femme, and then they've got a couple of other men's ones. Titano, is it Titano Home, Platino Home, which I haven't tried, but they all come in about 9-10 quid for I think it's about 100ml bottle. Let's see how much you get for them. But I would every time I order 150ml for the Tano, or however you pronounce that. Yeah, £9.82 for 150ml. And every time I order from them, I'd probably just chuck another 150ml in and blast through there. I just think they're so good.
I Amazing.
And there's one thing we both agree on as well, and this. I mean, I'm quite new to the whole sort of smelly game, but the Alvarez Gomez, it's the only thing I ever wear, and I can honestly say it feels like it dances off your skin. It's lovely. It just feels so.
It's that ginger, isn't it?
Oh, it's something about it. I mean, I'm gonna.
Ginger, the citruses.
It's just so nice, but it's quite light. It's not too dense, but it goes on light. But you can still smell it, sort of 5-6 hours later on the skin. It's I think if you're looking, it's probably the sort of thing if you're young and you want to buy something for your dad, you buy him a bottle of that, he'd be well happy. Yeah. But yeah, that's so you can have that a massive, great big 150ml bottle like that for £21 delivered. Yes, it's exceptional. I really like it.
It's amazing stuff. So we've got notes of bitter orange, ginger, lemon, bergamot, rhubarb, labdanum, coriander, cedar, sandalwood, and white musk. It's got quite a. And didn't you say that these are natural ingredients in there?
I read something. I can't remember who I was talking to, but they said they generally try and use all naturals or mainly natural sort of ingredients. So I mean, if I've got that wrong, I do apologise. But I can't remember where I read it. I think if you go onto their website and then you translate it into English, I think it implies that all their stuff is sort of naturals. It wouldn't surprise me because it smells so good. I mean, I don't think you're ever going to get a headache wearing it. And it's a cracking scent for the office in the summer as well. I mean, you wear that to work every day, and yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, everybody says it's similar to Colonia Intensa by ADP, Acqua di Parma. And I would say that's very, very true. The other things, I can't believe it says Creed Viking and Marley, Pathfinder Marley, Sedley. I don't know what that even smells like.
Oh, it
smells like jazz by. Some people are saying it smells like jazz from East London, which is absolute nonsense.
Well, the last time I smelt jazz was after I'd been through my dad's bottle of Kuros when I was 16. So that's 34 years ago. And he didn't buy another bottle of Kuros. He bought a bottle of jazz. And I always remember thinking, I'm really disappointed with this. I wish he'd bought another bottle of Kuros. But yeah, my dad, I think I did a whole bottle of his Paco Rabanne, bottle of his Kuros, and then when he got on the jazz, I stopped nicking his aftershave after that, and I think I started buying my own because I didn't like it.
I was buying my own. I bought Corum, Kuros, all of those when I was in the teens, but I started off on Brute 33.
Yeah,
as my own purchase. That was fantastic, as advertised by Frank Bruno and Henry Cooper, the two boxers.
I remember those. Yeah,
amazing celebrities at that time.
When I was at school, I think you was either in three camps. You was either the Insignia box set, Draco Noir, or Yardley Gold. Now I started off with Insignia, and a couple of kids in my class used to wear Draco Noir, and you'd come into, I'd drench myself with Insignia. You'd go into school, and all the kids that were in Draco still smelt of something, but mine had completely worn off by then. So I think someone bought me a Yardley Gold gift set. And Yardley Gold, you'd put it on in the morning, you'd still stink of it by the time you finished PE at 3:00 in the afternoon. So that was my go-to. But I never had Draco Noir, and I've never smelt it. So people say it's similar to Jeffrey Bean Bowling Green, but I can't quite understand how something so young could smell like Bowling Green, because Bowling Green's quite sort of grown up. So
talking of which, this is the sample you sent me.
Yeah, I think I was lucky with that. I mean, I didn't like it when I first bought it. Yeah, it's very piney. It's got a lot of I think it's coriander and I think it's got clove. I really noticed the clove note, but I think the more I wear it, the more I notice the citrus and the piney sort of.
That is really, really nice stuff.
It's really
It's
sharp.
really good.
I mean, I picked up a bottle of that for £9 off of Lloyd's Pharmacy or something like that. They must have been giving it away. And I think after I sent you that decant, I think we looked online and it looks like they've discontinued it because there's people selling like the old style bottles for £100 and stuff on eBay. It's gone a bit crazy, really.
No, that really is quite spectacular. I know when I sprayed it the other night when we were talking.
Yeah.
On the we have quite reasonably frequent video calls together, so we talk about stuff that we've had. We haven't been doing any live streams just because of personal reasons, and because I'm a bit idle and it takes a bit of setting up on the dining table.
I think the thing is, because you live in the middle of nowhere and I live sort of in the southeast, just on the just outside the edge of London. I've got plenty of shopping opportunities around me. I've got 2 big House of Frasers on my doorstep, well, actually 3. And in recent times, it seems like they've been having a right clear out. I think I managed to get some bottles of Aramis Tobacco Reserve, which I think I shipped one up to you for. That didn't cost a lot of money. I haven't even opened mine. I've got 2 bottles of it, and I haven't even opened one yet. I know you. I think you blasted through half of your 60ml bottle in a week, didn't you?
Which was that? Sorry,
the Aramis Tobacco Reserve.
Oh yeah, well I've slowed down on it because obviously it's a precious resource, and I don't want to. But I did buy the Che Guevara labeled thing. I did a video on, and I've actually Chiruto.
Yeah,
that was really, really good stuff. It's not quite the same, but it's certainly a good alternative.
Well, I've got 180 mils in 2 bottles sealed, and when I open the smaller one, I'll let you know whether or not you can have the bigger one. So, I'm gonna come back to the Alvarez Gomez. But I mean, this one, you said it's got rhubarb in it. I don't get the rhubarb in it, and. This is another one that we've both used, which is possibly my favourite rhubarb, but I haven't smelt that many rhubarb. I mean, this is a lot better than the Lacoste Homme and Homme Intense, but the Mercedes-Benz Silver, which is an amazing rhubarb sort of. I mean, the rhubarb you get on that is, it's good. It's like they've taken Encre Noir Sport, freshened it up, and stuck a huge injection of rhubarb into it. It's
well, if you want something that's rhubarb and mojito, my very favourite scent with the rhubarb in it is Guerlain Homme Intense, which now they don't make it anymore, but the next.
Was that the black bottle one?
Pardon?
Was that the one with the black bottle?
It was, yeah. They've now got Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum. And
I've got that one.
The advantage with that is, and I probably will buy a bottle at some point, is it's got lime, spicy mint, rum. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. No rhubarb note. But in the Guerlain Homme Intense Guerlain, it's got a rhubarb note.
Okay.
I'll probably get the Eau de Parfum, but it's a shame.
I've got the. I mean, it's funny. My first ever Guerlain, my wife bought me a box set of it, which was the Guerlain Homme. It wasn't the black one. It was the see-through bottle with the silver back on it, and I used it, and I always thought, oh, that was quite nice. I mean, I didn't. it didn't really sort of jump out, and I wasn't really into buying fragrances and collecting it. And then it's not until I've got back into it, you're thinking, oh, I wish I'd have stored that bottle now. I wish I would have just sat on it or stuck it in a cupboard. Because you look at old bottles, I mean, it goes for a fortune. But I got the now I think I asked my family. I mean, my girls. I mean, they're quite open. They'll tell me if they don't like something, but they always say it smells like soap when I wear it. It's got a really sort of nice opening, but it's quite sophisticated. But out of that and the Guerlain Le Bosé, I prefer the Guerlain Le Bosé just because of the lime is so more prominent and it's a lot more mouth-watering and I don't know, it's just limey, grassy, sort of fresh vetiver. I actually prefer it, but they've discontinued that.
They have, my favourite. It was one of my favourites, but for some reason I was going through a nude phase and I wasn't using it a lot. And then I started to sell stuff off to whittle my collection down, and I sold it. And I had the original one with the wooden lid.
Right,
and I sold it for like 30 quid or whatever. I didn't sell it for an awful lot of money. I wish I'd kept it now, but anyway, there you go. We all make mistakes. The amount of fragrances I've bought back after I've sold them is ridiculous. I mean, for instance, well, I'm just trying to think. Cartier Declaration.
Yeah.
At one point, because it's got oh golly, what's it?
Got a lot of cumin. Is it cumin?
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah,
got cumin in. There was a point at which it made me retch when I smelt it.
Right.
And then I started to miss it, and I bought it back, and it's never made me retch since. It's one of my top 10, I would say.
I know that feeling. I mean, after you said about trying it, I think when I walk through John Lewis, they've always got a tester bottle out, and I've tried it a few times, and every time I've sprayed it on my arm, I don't know, I just don't seem to get it. I don't seem to understand it. So I don't think I'd buy a bottle yet. I mean, I think I said to you, I mean, your collection is absolutely huge compared to mine, but I'm trying to get my collection down to about 20 bottles, so and try and buy sort of a bit more quality now.
Yeah. Well, size isn't everything.
No, it's true. And I'll tell you what, some of the cheapies that I've bought recently. I mean, obviously that Mercedes, I just think that is exceptional. That's in my top 3, and it always will be. And I've got quite a few sort of backups of that, so I'm all right. But there's another one that we bought recently, which was on offer on Notino, which was Mazzoni Wave, which yeah. I know it gets compared to Versace Pour Homme. I actually think it's better because it's got more of a sort of marini opening to it, and it seems to last longer on me. But don't get me wrong, I really like Versace Pour Homme, and I couldn't mention on Chanel Allure on Sport because I don't own it. I've only ever sprayed it on me.
That's my Missoni Wave of my decant, I carry around.
But it's really good. I think the opening on it is amazing. It smells...
is. I tried it, as you know, I've got the vintage because I bought it several years ago, the Versace on.
Yeah, mine's more of a recent bottle.
And they allegedly have reformulated it, so it may be that this is closer to the
original one. Well, my 30ml bottle that I went through, I bought years ago, and I finished it last year, and then I opened another bottle that I bought last year, this year, and it's definitely not the same. But saying that, though, I think it doesn't project as much, but I think it lasts a bit longer, my newer bottle of Versace Pour Homme. But it is good, though. I mean, as a work one, yeah, it's inoffensive. Yeah. It smells nice on a sunny day. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot of stuff you think, and then you get in the car and the sun's beating down on you, on your face when you're in the car, and you can really smell stuff. So, and I think that's one of them. But I don't mind a Versace sort of. I think some of their stuff's all right. I mean, I know blue fragrances are a bit uncool, but I don't mind Dylan Blue. I think that Dylan Blue's a very, very acceptable, fresh sort of, middle range sort of designer. So, cool. But
I'm just, trying to. Can't do it.
I think when we were talking. Sorry, I've lost you. There we go. Oh, what's that? The
Mugler Fly
Away. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, I was going to say, I sent you a picture of it in my sandwich box because I had it chilled down with the ice blocks in my sandwich box, and that was very refreshing on a day when the office was absolutely horrendous.
Oh, that's absolutely beast mode on me. I mean, the grapefruit in it is amazing, and I know they say it's got like a cannabis sort of note in it. I don't know if it is. It's just quite a sort of dry green note that offsets the really. I mean, I'm going to nick the phrase off of Ash from Gent Sense, but he always says sort of a rindy grapefruit, and I get that. But the opening's very similar to the Dolce & Gabbana. Is it Forever? What's the new one? It's got the really sort of
Forever.
fresh grape. Yeah, Forever. It's got a similar sort of grapefruit opening, but the Mugler one, it's that green note in it just offsets it perfectly, and it seems to hang around for a long time. I mean, I probably get about 8 hours out of that. And my skin's a sort of skin that just soaks everything up. So, but that was another great buy. I got that one in. I think I got that in TK Maxx for about 18-20 quid. I mean, I was well happy with that. So,
well, you introduced me to that, and it's one of the nicest ones I've had. And as you can see, I've destroyed half a bottle of it.
Yeah, I tried the green one. I don't know. I've never, like the original Mugler one, that one's supposed to smell like soap. Yeah, when they remade them, the green one is supposed to be similar to the clone one, and I tried that a couple of weeks ago when I was in House of Fraser, and I didn't like it as much. I think Fly Away is possibly the best one out of all of them, and I've smelt them all when I've been in House of Fraser.
I've smelt them at airports and stuff, and it's never been. The original cologne's never been something that's taken my fancy, really. If I'm going to buy something like that, I'll get the ADP ones.
Yeah. I mean, I don't own enough ADP. I mean, I need to start buying. I think I've got all the Guerlains I want. And every time I go ADP and I go past the ADP counter in any of these sort of like big shops, I never walk away thinking, I don't like that. I've loved everything that I've tried. I think the Colonia doesn't last as long as it could do. I love a Senza.
It's the original recipe. It's been there. It's been like that for over 100 years.
Yeah.
So it's quite. People like David Niven wore it, and numerous celebrities back in the day when it was sort of probably not very easy to get hold of for us mere mortals. But
I think Frank Sinatra wore it as well, or one of the sort of old crooners. I think they did. I think I read somewhere that they made a film in Italy or something like that, and then everyone started wearing it off the back of it because it was a bit of a undiscovered gem, and then they sort of advertised it and bought it to the masses. So, but Acqua di Parma, I said to you last night when we was talking, I said if I could just buy 2 houses for the rest of my life, I would make do with Guerlain and Acqua di Parma, and I probably wouldn't ever need anything else. And I'm not even talking about.
You wouldn't go wrong with those two. You really wouldn't.
No. I think your summer and I think your summers and winters. I think there's so much variety in just those two, and I don't ever buy any of the really expensive Guerlain stuff. I think I've got Habit Rouge, Le Bosé, L'Instinct, the EDT. I've got Heritage EDT. I've got Ideal. EDT, and I've got the Ideal Cologne, which I really like as well. I've got loads of those bottles of those. I keep thinking about buying the Extreme, but I always think when the Extreme dries down, it's not that dissimilar to the EDT. I mean, maybe it's just my nose, but they're both really sweet and they're both really nice. So
I think if you're going to have 5 houses, it's to be Guerlain, L'Eau, that Spanish company. They make amazing stuff.
I'm not aware of them, so
no, that's fine. What else were we talking about? Hermes.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at my wardrobe, which is behind me here, actually. So if you look at that one I'm pointing to now, that's L'Eau Platinum. Solo Platinum, that's amazing. Versace. Gosh, there's more than 5, but I'd go for Chanel, Dior, Guerlain, L'Oeuvre, and the other one I'd go for would be Lalique.
Yeah.
No, let's make it 6 and say Cartier, because those have all got really affordable scents in their range, and they're really good quality for the money.
You wouldn't put Aqua de Parma in there?
Yes, absolutely.
So that'd be 7 then.
7, yeah, absolutely 7. Yeah. See, when you start thinking about it, then there's something else you can't do without.
Your 7 would end up 20, and your 20 bottles would end up as 200. I know what you're like. I mean, your collection's obscene. I mean, you're getting up there with Sebastian on I can't even remember what his channel's called these days.
If he does a top 10 video, you're talking probably, I don't know.
But it's about 10 grand.
20, you're probably talking about 10 grand. If I did a top 10, you wouldn't be talking anywhere close to that.
Don't you think you just like the way that he talks about it? He says, I'm going to fly into Heathrow, and then I go to Harrods and I buy loads of these, and then I'll go to Paris. And it's like he flies into Europe just to collect things, and everything he buys. I mean, you look him up, and they're all hundreds of pounds. I mean, obviously he's done well for himself, and obviously he's got a passion. But I mean, you'd probably think he's probably got a small warehouse to store them in. But then again, those American houses are absolutely obscene. He's probably got his own.
He's got somewhere where he does his videos, and I think he stores his perfumes, as far as I'm aware, from what he said on his videos.
He's probably got a wine. He's probably got a wine cellar full of like fragrance and prune juice or something.
Well, let's hope he doesn't drink it, because that could be detrimental. But he's a very good reviewer. It's
I like him. Yeah,
to be like him.
No, he's.
Most people.
I do think he's funny, and he's got one of his friends, the Romanian lady, and she's
they're great when they get on there.
She's hilarious. Yeah, she's really funny. I like.
Yeah, the synergy is very, very good. And when you get, I'll tell you another one I like, who does very, very modestly priced perfumes, and that's Iffy by Iffy Shares.
Okay.
He's a Romanian guy who moved over to UK. I think he lives in Liverpool. I really like him. He's a really likable character. He always returns messages when I've messaged him about things. He's a really likable guy, and does things that are budget, because things are. I mean, I actually labelled the original version of this before I bombed it. As the cost of living crisis special or something like that. So we could talk about some cheap things for people to really enjoy and benefit from.
House of Fraser. Gun stock up with that stuff. It's
That's
that's your summer.
Hats off to Jeremy Fragrance. He put this up as one of the affordable ones. Unfortunately, the green screen doesn't like
The blue screen.
It's Versace blue.
Blue jeans. Yeah, everyone's got a bottle of that.
Bottle, amazing stuff, and it does last. Great summer scent.
I was talking to a guy I work with, and he was saying, he said, if you wear it in the sunshine, I mean, I wear it in the winter, like it's another one of my work ones. But he said, if you wear it in the sun when it's really hot, he said, it just smells completely different. So I suppose if anyone wants to go and buy himself a bottle of blue jeans, you can generally get it for 12 quid down your local B&M store all year round. They've always got it.
Home bargains, but it is a really good scent for anyone who doesn't want to spend a lot. I wore it when I was skint years ago. It's a dumb reach, as people call them, and it's one that you can have on its own. It's a very, very good scent, I think. I think Versace, bang for buck, you get a really good deal.
Oh, they are good. Yeah, I mean, I've never been disappointed with any Versace's I've bought. Haven't got any Tier de Hems. Is it Tier de? I can never pronounce it properly. That's the vetiver one, isn't it?
Intense vetiver. That's another summer favourite.
I think you sent me a decanter of that. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah. No, it's an amazing citrusy scent. I'm going to get the notes up if I can find them. It's not in my favourite top 5 anymore. On Fragrantica it was, but I'll tell you what my top 5. My signature is Euphoria Amber Gold Men by Calvin Klein.
Yep.
And then it's Abbey Rouge, Cartier Declaration or Declaration, ADP Essenza, ADP Colonia Intensa, and Lalique L'Hommage à l'Homme.
Cool. Well, mine. I've got pretty much a budget. I don't have really a signature fragrance because I just wear different things every single day of the week. I don't really stick with anything. But in my favourites on Fragrantica, I've got Mercedes Cologne, Boucheron Pour Homme, which I really like, Guerlain Habit Rouge, Guerlain Ideal Cologne, and Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo, the signature one, which I really like. But I'll be honest with you, I could swap them around with so many others. I mean, my daughter wears, I know Ferragamo sort of like, a lot of people see it just as cheapy sort of stuff, but my daughter, my youngest daughter, she's only 11, and I used to take her in the house of Fraser, and she tried the original Ferragamo Uomo, and that's the one that's supposed to smell like tiramisu. And I remember her trying it. Goes, oh, that smells like gingerbread. So I bought her a bottle, and she wore it loads, and then she stopped wearing it, and she went, oh, I don't want that anymore. So I sort of took ownership of it, and I sprayed some on my arm the other day, and 20 hours later it was still pumping out on my arm. I tell you, it's crazy. It's in terms of a lot of stuff not lasting very long, it is absolutely crazy strong stuff. But I might even consider wearing that at the work party this year. I mean, that's how loud it is. It is just monstrously loud. So
I've got notes for this up.
Yeah, got him.
So it's Ted Hermes. Let's get it right. Eau Intense Vetiver. And the notes for that are bergamot, grapefruit, lemon, Sichuan pepper, geranium, vetiver, olibanum, patchouli, amberwood. I mean, for me, that's one of the ultimate gent scents.
It gets a lot of love. It crops up on a lot of stuff, and it does get a lot of love from a lot of places. So I think the thing is, because I don't really, I think you're probably the only person I really know that's into collecting like smelly water. So I haven't really had anything to bounce people off before. So
Shall I
is that
unbox
the
this?
it's a Habit Rouge L'Eau, however you pronounce
So
it.
you were telling me that this was going to sort of vanish off the shelves. So
Well,
I
they said they
decided
were going
to.
to. I think the lady in the Guerlain counter said that they're going to stop selling Habit Rouge in the UK. So, but I'll be honest with you, there's so many discounters that sell it. I can't see it being a problem getting it. And you've got My Origins, which is obviously a French company that shipped to the UK for no tax. So, but yeah, I'm interested to see what you think of the Le.
Yeah, well, so I bought this thinking it was normal Abbey Rouge, and of course it wasn't. I didn't read the advert properly, and it's arrived. I looked at it and thought, oh, okay, then I'll unbox it. Now, I find unboxings on videos the most tedious, boring events in fragrance videos. So this is my unboxing.
Just rip it open.
This is a box. There we are. So that is unboxed.
Excellent. You'll have to find a clear bit of arm.
Yeah, no, I'm struggling now for free skin. Here we go.
They said it's quite modern in some of the reviews I've seen. I don't know if you'd agree with that.
Yeah, actually, because I've got the original here. Just to show you, I've got two bottles. I'm not doing a fast one. So that's the original. So here's a bit of skin I've got here. So let's put that on there. I mean, I still absolutely adore the original. But I do. Yeah, I'd agree with you. This is certainly. I'm just going to get the notes up for this one.
Isn't it got loads of white florals on the top end? I can't remember. I did watch a review about it a little while ago, and someone said it lacks the Guerlain sort of note, but I don't always trust people's reviews anyway. I think.
Yeah, people's reviews are very, very.
So, well, I think it depends on where in the world you live. Because some people, I mean, they live in areas where winter's like 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Here we are. Let's have a look. Well, for a start, the label.
Has he got the red label on your one? Because I mean,
Mine's got the red label, but there's a silver label on.
Yeah, it's something with silver. I mean, I've seen it with. So, what do you think?
Really nice.
Do you like it? Because I mean, it seems there's loads of 50ml bottles on the market on the moment. I've noticed a lot of places. I think I pinged you to said, "Oh yeah, I found Habit Rouge L'Eau," but and then I looked around. It seemed like every single discounter in the UK seems to have massive stocks of the 50ml. Obviously, you got a bargain because you got 100ml for the same price as.
Yeah,
I think they're selling off the 50ml at the moment. So.
Well, this is bitter orange jasmine. I've no idea what jasmine smells like alone. So
I haven't got a clue either.
I mean, I've been in this hobby as a proper serious hobby for 10 years, but I don't go mad on notes. I just like what I like.
I'll be honest, living in a house full of girls, I thought Jasmine was a Disney princess, to tell the truth, so I wouldn't.
So vanilla, there's hazelnut.
That was a terrible joke, wasn't it? Yeah?
Sorry, what did you say?
That was a terrible joke. Please shoot me. So it's got hazelnuts, yeah?
Hazelnut, patchouli, and green notes. Definitely get the green notes. Bitter orange, yes. Can't smell. Maybe there is a bit of vanilla. Hazelnut, I can't triangulate that. And there's probably a bit of patchouli. Reading the notes.
So you can't pick out any of the nut. I mean, the only fragrance I've got with nut in, I think, is Stronger With You, the original one, which I really like.
Yeah.
And I really like the nut, but I think that's walnut. So you can't pick. I wouldn't even know what hazelnuts.
You see, the original Abbey Rouge has how many notes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's another 7. 14, 6, 20 notes.
Yeah.
Whereas the L'Eau has 6 notes.
That's only because Thierry couldn't be bothered to sit there and write them all down.
Yeah.
So do you think it's worth? Do you think it's worth a buy?
Yes.
For
I don't know how long it lasts because obviously I've only just opened it, but I like it. Yeah.
I mean, I get decent longevity out of. I mean, everyone goes on about Guerlain Instinct, the new EDT, and I know it hasn't got any legs on it, but that lasts ages on me.
Yes, someone said stronger lemon note, and that's true. People are saying that it's long lasting. Fair enough. Or it's certainly respectable. Lasts long. Well worth your buck. I would say so. It's not the same. It's not the same as Abbey Rouge original.
Has he got the rose? Has he got?
I'm pleased with that.
Has he got the rose note in it though? Is it sort of got a rose?
No.
No. Because I always think Habit Rouge is always about the rose for me. Obviously, it's going to be different things for different people, but I always think it's
Rouge.
Always...
I mean, if you look at the original adverts, it's all connected with horse riding and leather.
That's it. Red coat, Habit Rouge.
Abbey Rouge it's very much in that sort of genre. And it's got rose in it, but this has got no rose in it according to the note profile on Fragrantica. Okay. But it is nice and it's contemporary.
Would you say the work sort of day one or a going out?
I never make those definitions. I wear whatever I want, whenever I want. But if I was going to be pushed, I'd say it was office safe. But I regard anything office safe because I generally work in an office these days.
I know what you mean about not sticking. Yeah, there's. I mean, I went out in a pair of flip flops, shorts, and a t-shirt the other day, and wore Boucheron pour homme, which I always think is quite a sophisticated sort of grown-up smell. And then you've got a slightly overweight bloke walking around a pair of flip flops, shorts, and an old t-shirt, smelling of 1970s sort of French citrus, vanilla, whatever you want to call it. But smelling like a posh barbershop. So I know what you mean. Just wear what you like. It's like, I haven't worn that for a while. I think I'll douse myself in that and go out. And then you get the most
pungent of ouds in an office before now. As you know, my background isn't office work.
No.
Previous to this, but so I've always worked in very air-conditioned areas where it hasn't really mattered what I wear, but I now do work in an office mainly, and I don't give a toss what I wear. I wear what I like when I like, and so this office-friendly stuff, and no one's ever complained and said you're overpowering the office, because I don't think scents are that powerful these days. However, this is why I love this.
Is that the lion?
Yeah, it lasts all day. And it probably, I would say you'd probably get 24 hours out of it. It's the most amazing thing. So you could actually I could sell my collection and probably I would have that. But then there's
I
other
don't think.
things.
I'll
I'm a
be honest with you.
scent
That is, yeah, you are. I mean, you did a tour of your house with all your different boxes and stuff and storage. I mean, all mine. I've got a massive, great big polystyrene sort of. It's similar to the things that they sell fish in up at
Yeah.
Billingsgate Fish Market. You know them sort of. I've got. Well, I had a massive one of those, and now I've got two smaller ones that go in the cupboard. So I've got all my fresh stuff in one, and all my winter stuff and my autumn stuff in the other, and then I just swap them around as the seasons change. And then I've got another box full of just backup bottles, which is just obscene, and then samples.
Don't put any fish in there with them.
No, definitely not. So, but in terms of work, I mean, I'll come back to the Boucheron Porom. I was getting out of the car park, and it's a public car park near where I work, and I'd only just bought Boucheron Porom. I'd bought Boucheron Jaipur, which my missus absolutely loves. That's her probably favourite one out of everything I've bought. But Boucheron Porom, and I've got out of the car in a car park, and this, I want to say dodgy looking, but this sort of, I don't know, he looked a little bit rough and ready, sort of Eastern European guy walks over to me, and I was thinking, oh, here we go. And he said, what are you wearing? That's really nice, in his Polish accent. And I explained to him, and it was just the fact that he was probably about, I don't know, 20 feet away from me when I got out of the car, so it must have absolutely been belting out. Yeah, but the fact that some random bloke, and then I remember when I first got Boucheron Jaipur, I sprayed it on the back of my hand, and then I went down the fish and chip shop to get fish and chips for the kids, and I was in the queue, and some guy in the queue went, "Oh, you smell really nice, mate." It was just weird. So I think out of all the Boucheron ones, I've got more compliments from men than I ever have with anything. So maybe that's something.
I promised my one of my daughter's boyfriends some of my spares, and I took a bag of stuff. I got some opened ones and some that I'd kept wrapped, because I thought I might use them. I wanted backups. But anyway, I took him some Boucheron Jaipur as one of the things that he could try, and that was the one he didn't like. But I wore that as my signature scent for quite some time. And I've still got bottles of it. It's very, very good.
Oh, it is good, and it lasts. I mean, I got the EDP, even though I've seen a few people saying the EDT is better. I've got the EDP. I really like it, but as I say, I put it on my missus when I have all the stuff that you've got, and that's my favourite. But I've wore it to work, and I can still smell it when I come home. So
it's an excellent, really, really good quality.
Both Boucheron ones. I mean, I think I paid £20 for both of them. I made £20 each for both of me. It wasn't much more than £20. I think they were both from Notino. I think I got the Porom as an open box one, which I don't mind buying open box stuff from Notino. I mean, I've always been quite lucky. But yeah, I mean, those two Boucherons, I think they're great. I think they're absolutely cracking, and they're well cheap as well. So
apparently, Quattro is worth buying.
Okay, I don't think I need.
On it's no good.
I don't think I need to go beyond what I've got. To tell you the truth, I'm really happy with those two, and I wear them, and I know
You've actually taken a great approach to your collection and left it being functional and tidy, and
I think that must be my Scottish blood. I'm far too tight to be spending huge amounts of money on anything.
No, it's sensible. You've got two young kids, and it's you have to. I mean, when I first started out, there were stories of people actually going without food to buy perfumes.
That's a bit crazy.
And that really is nuts. And if anybody's listening, and are thinking of doing stuff like that, don't do it. It's absolutely uncalled for. And there's lots of creative ways you can get a good collection at a budget price and have a very, very decent collection.
I think I started sort of collecting in lockdown, and I honestly believe there are so many discounts for just giving the stuff away. You could get some really good buys at the beginning of lockdown. I suppose that's probably when I started collecting. I mean, I've probably got 30, 40, but I use all of them. And I mean, some of the earliest stuff I bought, I've bought through recommendations from people on YouTube, and I thought, oh, that's horrible, I hate that, and I've come back to it and I really like it. I mean, I think the one eye opener for me when I first started collecting was buying, and I know everyone's bought this. Everyone's got a bottle of Bentley for Men Intense. And I remember when I first, and it was one of the first things I bought, and I just followed all the YouTube hype basically. And I remember opening it and spraying it on my arm, and I was offended by it. I was so offended by it. I was going to drive it up to my dad's the next day and give it to him and say, I don't want to see that. And I was thinking, I'm not blind buying anything else. I mean, I think it was only 25 quid. I hated it. I don't know. I just thought, how could anyone like this? It was just offensive to me. And I can honestly say I absolutely love it now. So I think you start to understand stuff. I mean, I think I read a comment on Fragrantica, and it was really pretentious. About Bentley for Men Intense, and I think it said, if you're into fragrances, you will understand it. If you're not, you won't. But ultimately, you think, yeah, I think you do understand it. The more you buy, the more you smell, the more you understand how good that really is. Yeah. But at the time, I just hated it. But I love the leather note in it now. I really like it, but I didn't like it at the time. Well, I think I was just thinking everything needs to smell fresh at that point.
I've had 2 bottles of it, and I gave my unwrapped bottle to my mate on Christmas Day when he came round with his wife.
Yeah.
And I said, what do you want? You can have this or this. And I had 2 bottles of backup. What do I have? I had bottle of Al Dural Macnoon, which is Lattafa's version of Creed Aventus, which is a fantastic iteration of it that doesn't get enough adoration on any of the YouTube videos, but it is a very, very good scent. And I think I've said to you before, I was at a horse show with my wife. I was wearing it. There was a burger stall that we were standing at. Can you imagine the smell of the burgers, the fried onions, all the rest of it? And the man flipping the burgers said, what are you wearing? That smells fantastic. And Excellent. So it's strong, but it's also very pineapple-y. It's very fruity, juicy, and it's one of the better copies. I prefer it to the Armaf Club de Nuit Intense.
Well, I've never smelt Aventus. I've never smelt it. I've walked past the Creed counter in many department store, and the only one I have smelt was to Portugal, and I bought Lalique Porom off the back of it. I think he sent me a decant, and I really like it. That sort of got me into the woody stuff. But the only thing that I've ever had that was similar to it, when I first got into it, I bought a bottle of Mont Blanc Explorer, a 30ml bottle, and I think it was like 14 quid delivered on the Tino, and I really liked that. I thought it was really good, and I would probably buy that again. If I could get 100ml for 30 quid, I'd probably buy it again. But guy I work with, he's a bit of a fragrance snob, and he like, is it the Al Haram with the silver bottle? You know, the silver square bottle. Is that the one? Yeah, he swears by it, and we went out for a Christmas dinner a little while ago, and the guy who owns the restaurant, he's very flamboyant, and he comes over and said to him, "Oh, are you wearing a Ventus?" And the guy I work with was like, "Yeah," and he wasn't. He was wearing a £30 bottle of of a claim. But I like Mont Blanc Explorer, and I mean, it's got a lot more love over the years, and I mean, when it first came out, everyone was sort of slagging it off, and I think there's a few people that sort of give it a bit of credit now. It's just inoffensive. It's just a really nice, summery, fresh, sort of smoky work sort of thing, and you can wear it any time. But it pumps out quite a lot as well. It's quite nice. So I'll tell you what, for the next one. I'm just looking at the screen in front of me. I don't know anyone that's tried the Guerlain Habit Rouge L'Instinct, the new one, which gets slagged off online. But I'm going to see if I can find a decant of that somewhere. I might go and see the lady on the Guerlain canter and see if she can get me a couple of sample bottles. But I'd be interested to try that. Have you seen that, John?
I'm having a look now.
Habit Rouge L'Instinct. It's a Delphine Jelk one, but it's supposed to have some sort of like hemp and green note in it.
It came out this year. It's got notes, green notes, bergamot, grapefruit, cannabis, mate, whatever that is. You're right,
I haven't got a clue.
Red rose, leather, patchouli, vanilla. Sounds nice.
I might see if I can get some of those so we can have a try of that.
It reminds people of Bleu de Chanel Parfum. And curiously, it also reminds people of Lalique Pour Homme, which are completely different perfumes. So who knows? There's some absolute idiots on Fragrantica. What I have noticed, though, is that when I put my head here, it looks as if that bit of the people's sense is part of my head. So I apologise for that. There you go.
Cool. Excellent. Okay. Anyway.
Fragrance with people are moaning about it by the looks of it.
It's not.
It's Guerlain DNA fragrance. What are people on about? Why do people have to say that?
I just think people are sort of crying out for Guerlain to bring more new stuff out because they seem to be just slimming down there. I don't know if you talk their lower end sort of designer stuff. They just seem to be sort of cutting out more and more.
People whined about L'Ideal when it came out, and now look how many flankers it's got. People were moaning like hell that it was too this, it was too that, it was too commercial, it was too generic, and now people can't get enough of it. They're selling it.
I think that the Ideal EDT. I still think it's the best one. I really like it. It is. I mean, I do like. You sent me a decant of the Extreme, and I do really like it, but I don't think it's different enough on the dry down. I mean, it might just be my nose, but I just think the Extreme one's like a fresher take on it. I tried the Cool one a little while ago, and Cool was okay. Don't get me wrong, none of them are bad. The EDP, the one with the cherry, I can't say I'm really that keen on it. But I just think the original EDT is the best one. It just smells really nice. I wore it to work once, and the work with went, "Oh, you smell nice." It was like, actually, the only people who ever compliment me is like blokes. I think. Don't know why.
The thing is with the L'Ideal EDT is that's one of the ones I take on holiday.
Oh, it's so good.
Like it. It's something special to take on holiday.
Yeah.
But this time I'll be taking Missoni Wave. And also, talking about Missoni, I did buy a 50ml of this.
Yeah.
Yes,
I've only got that one.
Yes, it is like Bleu de Chanel EDT without the incense. And it does last okay. Yes, it is brilliant. And if you're going to buy Chanel EDT, get this instead. It's a lot cheaper. If you're going to buy the EDT, pardon?
I don't own it. I don't own it, and I've never owned Bleu de Chanel.
I don't own it. I've just had these samples. So
okay,
it smells like it's almost got a bit of a piney note when you smell it like this. But smell it, spray it on the arm, and that goes away. But it's very I wouldn't buy Chanel EDT when this smells virtually identical.
Yeah,
And it's
I've
in a
seen
nice
that.
bottle. It's got a lovely lid. It's magnetic. It's tactile. What's not to like?
I've seen that on offer from time to time. I think I saw it down as low as 30 quid once. I didn't buy it because I went for Wave. But I don't know. I just don't think I've got a need for another sort of freshy holiday one. A little while ago, I went on holiday. Went to Malta to stay with a mother-in-law, and Malta's hot. It doesn't matter if you go in the winter, it's still hot. And the temperature is sort of 30 degrees, and it's quite humid. So I took a selection of stuff over there. But the one I was really disappointed with was the Versace Eau Fresh. Even though I really like that, I think it's a better office scent than what it is. Everyone goes, "Oh, it really stands up in the heat." But I used to wear it out, and because it was really sort of humid and sweaty, it used to just disappear straight away on me. So, all these, these are the ones you should wear on summer holidays. I would probably Mazzoni Wave had a good that really lasted because that's got some backbone, and the Dolce and Gabbana Light Blue Intense, I found that really stood up in the heat. But I wish I'd have just taken a bottle of Versace Dylan Blue, to tell the truth, because that would have lasted all the time. Something with a bit more backbone in it.
Well, I usually take 3 scents with me on holiday, and maybe occasionally one more, but usually 3. One of them's usually Habit Rouge. I usually take L'Ideal as well. Guerlain, so that's 2 Guerlains. I often take Japor with me, and or Japor limited edition, which I know you've tried. That's fantastic as well. And then I take another freshie with me. But this year, when I go away in January, I'll be taking. Well, who knows what's going to come out between now and then? But I'll probably be taking. I'll probably take this with me.
Yeah, I didn't, but I think I would have done. I just took loads of decants. Sorry, and I was saying Guerlain Ideal Cologne. That stood up really well because that's got a sort of, I think it's almond and vetiver sort of backbone. But that was another one that really stood up well in high heat. But I think some of these light blue ones, I was a little bit disappointed. So I think I'll take something with a bit more backbone in it. And during the day, I think I'd had a few beers one night, and I meant to buy something. I accidentally bought a bottle of Davidoff Cool Water Wave, and I meant to buy Cool Water Intense. So I bought Cool Water Wave, and I absolutely doused myself in that during the day. But that just smells of grapefruit and seawater. Is that the Guerlain?
Sample? So we've got Nerolia Vetiver, Rosa, Peregrant Granita, and Bergamot Calabria. So these are what Matt has sent me. They're what Matt sent me, and we've got 4 samples here. I haven't ever tried any of these, so I'm going to quickly give you an impression, or a first impression of these. I don't even know whether some of these are women's or not. I'm not sure.
Well, the lady at the Guerlain can. She said they're all unisex. She said that's how.
Yeah, I was going to say scent has no gender, so we're not bothered about stuff like that.
I think I like the Neroli. I think the Neroli one, and I was never really a big Neroli sort of person, but I quite like the Neroli one. But the one I did try in the store, which they didn't have a sample of, was the coconut frizzante. Is it coconut fizz or something? Which is an Alagera Guerlain line. That's lovely. I think that's been discontinued though, but I think when it comes to Christmas, if the kids are looking for something to get me for Christmas, I might have a bottle of that. I'm sure.
This is
I'm sure my local Guerlain shop haven't sold out by then.
this is the neroli one, which I suspect will smell like ADP
They're-
Colonia.
Yeah.
But we'll have a try. Let's see. And it does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice though. It smells like ADP Colonia in the rain.
Okay.
You know when that? I don't know whether that's the Asda receipt I've sprayed it onto. Let's spray it on something else. I've just got no room in my arms.
That's been in with the prawns in the shopping bag.
No,
smells of fish.
Yeah. Let's spray it on this. No, actually, to be fair, the Asda receipt didn't do anything.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, when you go out and it's just rained a little bit when it's hot weather.
Yeah.
You can smell that sort of smell. It's
I like that smell.
With neroli.
That April shower
lovely.
smell.
I really like that, actually. That's what that smells like to me. So that is that.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. They're nice bottles. They look. They always.
Bottles. I bought my mum one for her birthday.
Oh, sorry. Carry on.
I bought one for my mum in one of these bottles. It was the Pampaloon grapefruit,
Right.
and that is.
Oh, that's lovely. I tried
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I tried that. The Pamplin one's lovely.
Yeah, I really wish I hadn't given it. I wish I kept it for myself. So next up we have Aqua Allegoria Bergamot Calabria.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, that's lovely. That really is lovely.
Which one's that? Sorry, the
Bergamo Calabria.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean,
you could almost have squeezed the lime onto. It's just like fresh citrusy lime. That is really, really amazing. I would buy that in a heartbeat.
I don't think they're that big. I think some of them they end up on discounters for about sort of 40, 50 quid.
Yeah, they're actually very reasonable. That's really, really nice.
I think they're all sort of cologne strengths. I don't think any of them are sort of thing. If you had loads of money, you'd probably buy the lot. Just sit there and douse yourself with them all day.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see.
You could spray them on all your £50 notes. Okay. So you smell nice when you go shopping.
Oh no, it's really nice. Let's see if it's on. Here we are. Try it again. Well, obviously, I said it was. We knew it was Bergamo because of the name.
Yeah.
But it's actually saying Bergamo, believe it or not. I said it smells sort of limey. And of course it is. And there's sort of a neroli note, but there's no neroli note. And then there's ginger, cardamom, woody notes, and white musk, petitgrain. Yeah. That is a really, really nice I want type of scent. But it's not that far off ADP Colonia and what else is it like? It's like Penhagen's Castile.
Okay.
So next one.
To
This is pink.
Penhaligon's.
So
Penhaligon's is another line I want to get more into. So which one are you going for?
This one is Rosa Rossa.
Okay.
I wonder what note's in that.
Rose. I'm going to quickly say there was. I can't remember. Is it called Tea Rose? It's a cheapie that you can get on the tea note. It's only £7. If you want a realistic rose smell, get that. It's Tea Rose by, I can't remember, is it the Perfume Warehouse or something like that? And my youngest wears it. It's amazing. But it is just rose. There's nothing else. If you want to smell like a rose from a garden, it's just a bottle of that. Sort of stuff you'd buy your nan. But my youngest loves it. So right, go for the.
Well, this is for allegedly for women.
Okay.
And it's
just looking it up.
Lychee, bergamot, blackcurrant, lemon, rose, peony, cedar, white musk, woody notes, and isoe super. Sounds contemporary. You've tried this, have you?
I think I've been through most of them when I was, the Guerlain counter I go to. I've generally tried most of the stuff they stock at the time, but they don't always stock everything. I think if you live in the southeast, if you want to try all of them, they had a Guerlain pop-up shop in Covent Garden where they had everything in there apparently, but I don't even know if that's open anymore. I think I have to wait till I go to France next.
Yeah. Well, I can get the bergamot, lemon, and blackcurrant and rose. Okay. I'm not sure what I've eaten lychees, so I know what they taste like.
Yeah.
So I would say that maybe I find this one a little bit more weird. I'd have to spend some more time with it.
Okay.
And I'd have to put it on my skin. But it's a nice scent, and it's unisex. It says women on it, but it's unisex.
Yeah.
As many things that are labelled as women's are unisex.
I had the conversation about the is it the Tom Ford Black Orchid? Guy at work, he's a real alpha male, and he was going, "Oh yeah," and I said, "You do realise that's marketed towards women?" And he was adamant it wasn't. And then I said, "Well, have a look at the website." But I know most blokes wear it.
Well, if you buy an Oud 24 hours, let's just check.
Yeah, that's aimed towards women as well, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
Oud 24 hours for women and men on Fragrantica. It smells like it's 378 to 60 say it smells like Black Orchid by Tom Ford. And I've got 2 bottles of that. I've smelt it in the airport and it smells the same to me.
Yeah, excellent.
It's brilliant stuff. It's unisex according to Ard Al Zafran.
Okay.
So Tom Ford is definitely marketed towards women, but it isn't. It's a heavy, pungent, really, really nice scent.
I don't think I've even tried any Tom Fords.
No, I don't bother with them. They're too expensive.
No, I've always thought that. I mean, they've got them in House of Fraser, but I've always wanted to try the Neroni Portofino. Everyone said that's really nice, but I just keep walking past.
Just get ADP Colonia or any of those. Anything that it smells the same. It's not worth buying it. It really is worth it.
at the moment, I go in House of Fraser and I just want to get down the back where all the offers are and just see what they're selling off that week. So,
well, that I think that's a fantastic tactic.
yeah.
You've got dark chocolate, mandarin orange, bergamot, fruity notes, spicy notes, yang lang, gardenia, jasmine, patchouli, hazelwood, which is oud, sandalwood, incense, and amber. It's a fantastic scent. It's about £13. In fact, I'm looking here. You can get it for £12.38 on eBay. Why wouldn't you do that? Why would you buy Tom Ford?
Yeah. Yeah, damn you, Tom Ford, with your expensive fragrance. Oh, cool. Have you got one more Guerlain to do?
This is Pera Granita.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Let's have a look. Pera. Allegedly for women. Notes of grapefruit, lemon, bergamot, pear, hence the word pera.
Okay.
Orange blossom, osmanthus, hedione, white musk, cedar, and moss. So it will be quite a raunchy scent from that.
Wasn't the John Paul Gaultier Lamal, wasn't that pear? That was pear, wasn't it?
Possibly.
I'll tell you what.
This has got top notes of grapefruit, lemon, and bergamot. Okay. So I'm expecting it to be very citrusy. And then you've got hedione, white musk. It's going to be quite a sexy sort of scent, I would say. Let's have a look. I get the pear first. And it's quite rounded compared to what I expect. I expect it to be sharp on the opening, but it isn't. But you can tell that there's grapefruit, lemon, and bergamot in there. And the pear, I don't get any of the other hedione notes, really. I just get those top four at the moment. It is really, really nice, though. Out of those four, I reckon... I'm just trying to see if it alters. It might. If I'd had enough room on my skin for any more scents, I'd have put it on my skin. It's really, really nice.
Excellent.
And pear, funnily enough, which is in the name.
So, out of those, though, which one would you wear to work? Or would you wear all of them?
I'd be happy to wear this to work.
Yeah.
But it's not. I probably think it probably veers on the side of being more suitable for females.
Okay.
It's a phrase from Friday Night Dinner. If you've ever watched it, have you watched it?
My daughter likes it.
Great comedy, great comedy about a Jewish family.
Yeah. That's the one with the guy with the glasses and the moustache. He used to be in everything once upon a time. Hello, Jackie. That's it.
You got Jim.
That's
Hello,
it.
Jim. Yeah. Hello, Jackie. This smells to me like this Nerolia smells like Castile by Penhagen's.
I've got to try that.
ADP, Colonia. It's amazing. Smells great. So I'm going to have two favourites. I'm going to have this one. Let's just smell that again. The Rossa Rose, not so bothered. It was nice. They're all nice. They're all decent.
Cool. Well, I'm
But
next.
my two favourites, I can't separate them, is the Nerolia vetiver. That's absolutely lovely. Similar to ADP Colonia and Penhagen's Castile.
Yeah.
And this one as well, that's absolutely lovely as well.
Well, next time I'm in Penhagen's, I'm going to try Castile, because I've only actually tried to. Well, actually, I've tried a few, but I like Sartoral and I love Savoy Steam, but I'm going to try Castile next time I go in there, because you speak highly of that, and I feel like I should experiment more with the.
Well, there's let me see. There's one that is supposed to smell like Aramis.
Okay.
Aramis. Let's see if I've got it on my profile. Just bear with me. Bear with me, people.
While you're looking, I was looking at Aramis 900 the other day.
All right, I've not tried that.
No, I'm going to see if I can get a sample of it. I keep seeing it, and it keeps getting mentioned in. Yeah.
Acqua di Parma Colonia. And then you go down to, reminds me of, oh god, Fragrantica can be a little bit tricky to navigate the booby traps they set for you. Yeah, this, you see, they've got the Agua de Colonia Concentrada, as smelling like that in that genre. There's I can't find it.
That's all right.
Never mind. I think, but it's an Armani, and it is in a bottle that is it's supposed to smell like Colonia and Castile, that sort of genre, and it's nice. But when you smell it next to them, that reveals its weaknesses, because Penhagen's and Acqua di Parma are very natural smelling. And it reveals its syntheticness.
Well, I'll try that, but
it's a smell very similar.
Well, what I was going to suggest for our next one, John, if we're going to do one maybe next Saturday or the Saturday after, I've got to see where if I can get some Guerlain Habit Rouge L'Instinct and get a bottle up to you, like a couple of little sample bottles, maybe we can try that one together in a couple of weeks or a week's time.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, really enjoyed doing it. I'm going to have to vacate the room.
No, we've done an hour and a half. I think that is way more than enough.
I think we was going to do half an hour, so I think we've done well.
No, it's. I think.
Excellent. Anyway, thank you very much, John.
That's okay.
I'll probably speak to you in the week.
And the broadcast. I'm just going to do a shout out to my favourite channel on YouTube and on locals.com, which is thedurand.com, and take a look at that, people, and get informed.
Right, I'm going to drop off. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Good night.
Thank you for joining me, as always, Matt, and perhaps catch up before we have our next live stream.
Will do. Take care.
Take
Bye.
care. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks for coming, Matt. And thank you to all of you who will watch this video in the future. And I'm going to sign off now. And we will be back shortly. Thank you very much.